On the first anniversary of the Modi Govt 2.0, Prime Minister Narendra Modi writes a letter to fellow Indians, says India will set an example in economic revival. Letter to reach 10 crore families across the country. In his letter to fellow citizens, Prime Minister Modi says India must become self-reliant and move forward on its own abilities, in its own way through Atmanirbhar Bharat. PM says hard work and talent of the nation's workers will reduce India's dependence on imports. On the completion of the first year of the Modi Govt 2.0, Bharatiya Janata Party to hold several online events to highlight achievements of the government. Party Chief JP Nadda says BJP will conduct 250 virtual press conferences and 500 virtual rallies on the occasion. In a major development, active cases of COVID-19 in India come down to 86,422 with 82,369 recoveries and 4,971 fatalities. Globally, coronavirus cases have risen over 59.27 lakh, while the death toll has crossed 3.64 lakh. And 2 local terrorists gunned down by security forces and police in a joint operation in Vanpura Kulgam in Jammu and Kashmir. Namaskar, you're with the latest here on DD News and DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. Well, the Narendra Modi-led government marks the first anniversary of its second term today, and Prime Minister Modi has written a letter to fellow citizens to highlight the achievements of his government. In a letter, the Prime Minister has stressed that India must become self-reliant and move forward based on our own abilities in our own way. He said that becoming an Atmanirbhar Bharat is the only one way to do it. He added that our workers will create products that will reduce India's dependence on imports. Now, on the completion of 1 year of the Modi government, the Bharatiya Janata Party will hold several online events to highlight the achievements of the government. Party Chief JP Nadda said that the BJP will conduct 250 virtual press conferences and 500 virtual rallies on the occasion. He added that we have seen that this government is responsive, receptive and has the capacity to take bold decisions. He also said that this has been a year of accomplishments and we have also faced unimaginable challenges. PM led from the front to give a vision to the country and manage the coronavirus crisis well.
हिंदुस्तान एक ऐसा मुल्क है, अनेक प्रकार के लोग रहते हैं, बहुत से अलग अलग मजहब है, अलग अलग जाति है और अलग अलग हमारा पोशाक है, अलग अलग हमारी जबान है। ऐसा कोई मुल्क दुनिया में नहीं है हमारा काम ये है कि हम हिंदुस्तान में कोई भी प्रांत के हैं, हम हिंदुस्तानी हैं और हमारा प्रथम कर्तव्य हिंदुस्तान की हिफाजत, हिंदुस्तान की रक्षा।
Welcome back here with the latest here on DD News and DD India. Well, the Narendra Modi-led government marks the first anniversary of its second term today, and the Prime Minister has written a letter to fellow citizens to highlight the achievements of his government. In the letter, the Prime Minister has said that India must become self-reliant and move forward based on our own abilities in our own way. He said that becoming an Atmanirbhar Bharat is the only way to do it. He added that our workers will create products that will reduce India's dependence on imports.
पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि के दायरे में देश का प्रत्येक किसान आ चुका है। बीते एक वर्ष में इस योजना के तहत करीब 10 करोड़ किसानों के खातों में 72,000 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक राशि जमा कराई गई है।
The PM also said that special emphasis has been given to fulfill the needs of farmers. He added that PM Kisan Samman Nidhi has benefited greatly in this regard.
पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि के दायरे में देश का प्रत्येक किसान आ चुका है। बीते एक वर्ष में इस योजना के तहत करीब 10 करोड़ किसानों के खातों में 72,000 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक राशि जमा कराई गई है।
Now, on the completion of 1 year of the Modi Govt 2.0, Bharatiya Janata Party will be holding several online events to highlight the achievements of the government. Party Chief JP Nadda said that the BJP will conduct 250 virtual press conferences and 500 virtual rallies on the occasion. He added that we have seen that this government is responsive, receptive and has the capacity to take bold decisions. He also said that this has been a year of accomplishments and we have also faced unimaginable challenges. PM led from the front to give a vision to the country and manage the coronavirus crisis well.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने तय किया है। आज प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एक चिट्ठी देश के नाम संदेश भेजा है। इस देश के नाम संदेश जो भेजा है प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, इसको हमारे कार्यकर्ता 10 करोड़ परिवार तक पहुंचाने वाले हैं। हम इसे 10 करोड़ परिवार तक ले जाएंगे और इसके साथ साथ लगभग 250 वर्चुअल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेज होंगी और इसके साथ साथ 2000 से ज्यादा वर्चुअल मीटिंग्स होंगी, पब्लिक रैलीज होंगी। एक रैली में हजार कार्यकर्ता, हजार लोग जुड़ेंगे और हमारे जो मोर्चा के सभी कार्यकर्ता हैं, वो मोर्चा के सभी कार्यकर्ता 500 इस प्रकार की वर्चुअल रैलीज करेंगे, समाज के विभिन्न वर्गों की रैलीज करेंगे ताकि मोदी जी का संदेश जन जन तक जाए और उनके द्वारा किए गए कार्यों को हम जनता तक पहुंचाएं। इस काम को हम करेंगे।
On the occasion, Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh has congratulated Prime Minister Modi for the completion of successful one-year tenure of his second term in office. In a series of tweets, the Raksha Mantri said, and I quote, "Several historic and credible decisions were taken by the Prime Minister for every sector in the past 1 year. Successful completion of 1 year of PM Modi's second term was marked by a sense of confidence which people expressed in both the BJP as well as the NDA government. 6 years in office by the Narendra Modi government is a milestone." And Union Home Minister Amit Shah has also congratulated Prime Minister Modi, expressing firm belief that under his visionary and decisive leadership, the country will continue to progress. In a series of tweets, the Home Minister said, and I quote, "Prime Minister Modi has not only mended the historic mistakes in the last 6 years, but also laid the foundation of a self-reliant India. This 6-year term is an unprecedented example of parallel coordination of welfare of the people and reforms. The citizens of the country hold firm belief in Prime Minister Modi, who is a reflection of honest leadership and hard work." And again, on the occasion of the completion of 1 year of the Modi Govt 2.0, Union Minister Prakash Javadekar termed the period as a proud chapter for the country. He added that the government has set an example of self-sufficient India, during the current COVID crisis. He also said that the government has taken steps for the betterment of all sections of society, including migrant workers and several other categories of people. Okay, now Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has also congratulated BJP cadres across the country on completion of 6 years of the Modi government. The Uttar Pradesh CM also said that even during the current crisis of COVID, the PM has exhibited remarkable leadership, due to which COVID has been controlled in India to a great extent.
पहले 5 वर्ष का कार्यकाल भारत को दुनिया की एक आर्थिक महाशक्ति के रूप में स्थापित करने की आधारशिला के रूप में जाना जाएगा, तो द्वितीय कार्यकाल का ये पहला वर्ष उन ऐतिहासिक उपलब्धियों के लिए जाना जाएगा जिसकी वर्षों से, दशकों से, सदियों से प्रत्येक भारतीय जनमानस में अभिलाषा थी। एक ऐसा भारत जो एक भारत हो और श्रेष्ठ भारत हो।
Now moving on, in an important development, India seems to be moving towards a flattening curve, with the recovery rate improving by around 4%. The recovery rate now stands at 47.4%. The number of active cases in the country has come down to 86,422, which was 89,987 just the previous day. With 11,264 persons having recovered in the past 24 hours, the total cured and discharged numbers are now 82,369, while 4,971 fatalities have also been recorded till now. Now, Vande Bharat mission, if you talk about that, what's happening there? Well, under the Vande Bharat mission, one repatriation flight from Kuwait with 155 stranded passengers from Assam and Tripura reached Guwahati on Friday. The passengers were brought by Jazeera Airlines. It's one of the 4 repatriation flights that will reach Assam from the Philippines, Moscow and the Ukraine till the 5th of June. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be sharing his thoughts with the people of the country and abroad in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow at 11 a.m. It will be the 65th episode of the monthly radio program. It will be broadcast on the entire network of All India Radio as well as Doordarshan. It will also be streamed live on the YouTube channels of AIR, DD News, PMO and Information and Broadcasting Ministry. In his last Mann Ki Baat address on the 26th of April this year, the PM had hailed the nation's people for being key fighters for India against the coronavirus disease and said their example would be extolled in the future. Let's now talk about what's happening with the pandemic worldwide. Well, global deaths linked to the novel coronavirus have passed the 3.6 lakh mark, while reported cases of the virus have now crossed 59 lakh. The US currently accounts for the highest number of coronavirus deaths in the world, with over 1.02 lakh fatalities, followed by the UK in the second place with over 38,000 fatalities. The other countries with over 25,000 deaths are Italy, France, Brazil and Spain. United States President Donald Trump has said on Friday that he's directing his administration to begin the process of eliminating special treatment for Hong Kong in response to China's plans to impose new security legislation in the territory. The US would also impose sanctions on individuals seen responsible for smothering Hong Kong's autonomy. President Trump's move follows Chinese plans to impose new national security legislation on the former British colony. According to the US, the territory no longer warrants special treatment under US law that has enabled it to remain a global financial center.
The Chinese government's move against Hong Kong is the latest in a series of measures that are diminishing the city's long-standing and very proud status. This is a tragedy for the people of Hong Kong, the people of China, and indeed the people of the world. China claims it is protecting national security. But the truth is that Hong Kong was secure and prosperous as a free society.
And Trump has also announced that he is terminating the country's relationship with the World Health Organization. Trump has accused the WHO of failing to hold Beijing to account over the coronavirus pandemic. Trump also accused China of pressurizing the WHO to mislead the world about the viral outbreak. The US President said the WHO has failed to request a greatly needed reform. The US will now redirect the funds that it was giving to the WHO to other worldwide and deserving urgent global public health needs.
China has total control over the World Health Organization, despite only paying $40 million per year compared to what the United States has been paying, which is approximately $450 million a year. We have detailed the reforms that it must make and engage with them directly, but they have refused to act. Because they have failed to make the requested and greatly needed reforms, we will be today terminating our relationship with the World Health Organization and redirecting those funds to other worldwide and deserving urgent global public health needs.
Meanwhile, over 35 countries led by the World Health Organization launched an initiative aimed at sharing vaccines, medicines and diagnostic tools to tackle the global coronavirus pandemic. The project, known as the COVID-19 Technology Access Tool, CTAP, would build a worldwide technology repository for vaccines, medicines and diagnostics to fight the pandemic. WHO Chief Tedros Ghebreyesus has invited companies or governments that develop effective therapies to contribute the patents to a medicine patent pool, which would then sub-license the patents to generic manufacturers. The effort, originally proposed in March by Costa Rica, aims to provide a one-stop shop for scientific knowledge, data and intellectual property amid a pandemic that has infected more than 59 lakh people around the world. Now back home, in a successful operation, the army gunned down 2 local terrorists in a joint operation of security forces and the police in Vanpura in Kulgam district of Jammu and Kashmir. The identification of the terrorists has been made, and they are Khurshid from Redwani and Parvez from Vanpura. During the encounter, one house has been damaged completely. The encounter broke out between security forces and the terrorists in Vanpura village earlier today. And Pakistan initiated unprovoked ceasefire violation by intense firing with small arms along the line of control in the Kidney sector of Poonch district in Jammu and Kashmir around 10 in the morning today. The Indian Army is retaliating befittingly. And hot weather and the intense heat wave that gripped parts of North India pedaled back in rain-lashed national capital Delhi and some areas of North India yesterday. Temperatures fell in many areas of Delhi due to the rains. According to the IMD forecast, Delhi may experience thunderstorms today as well. Mumbai will be partly cloudy. Kolkata will be generally cloudy. However, thunderstorms may occur during the day there as well. Minimum temperature in Srinagar is expected to be 14 degrees Celsius, while the maximum temperature will be 37 degrees. Light showers may also occur in that region. And before we go, let's once again take a look at our top stories at the moment. On the first anniversary of the Modi Govt 2.0, Prime Minister Narendra Modi writes letter to fellow Indians, says India will set an example in economic revival. The letter to reach 10 crore families across the country. In his letter to fellow citizens, Prime Minister Modi says India must become self-reliant and move forward on its own abilities in its own way through Atmanirbhar Bharat. The PM says hard work and talent of the nation's workers will reduce India's dependence on imports. On the completion of 1 year of the Modi Govt 2.0, the Bharatiya Janata Party will hold several online events to highlight achievements of the government. Party chief JP Nadda says the BJP will conduct 250 virtual press conferences and 500 virtual rallies on the occasion. In a major development, active cases of COVID-19 in the country come down to 86,422 with 82,369 recoveries and 4,971 fatalities. Globally, coronavirus cases have risen over 59 lakh, while the death toll has crossed 3.64 lakh. And 2 local terrorists have been gunned down by security forces and the police in a joint operation in Banpura in Kulgam district of Jammu and Kashmir. And that's all we have for the moment in this edition of Midday News. But up next is Dr. Speak. All your queries answered if they're medically related to COVID-19 and even others in just a bit with me and Achal. Stay tuned for Dr. Speak.